Looking busted again, huh, Ava? Ooh, child, baby girl. Look at them edges. Oh, shaking my head, girl. Okay, so we're going to get into the asymmetrical bob tutorial that I have for you today. Excuse me, I think I got a little bit too excited. Probably I'm listening to, I don't actually know what I'm listening to, but I just got some AirPods at that point in time, so I was very excited about them. And excuse the faces that I make. Anyway, so I'm taking down my braids that I've been having in for a few days. I had a wig, so you know I had to lay my hair down. But side note, if you like the shirt that I have on, I drew and I made it. I sewed it on the shirt that you see here. So comment down below if you liked it. Okay, so I just finished taking all of my braids out. My hair can be a little bit difficult, a little stubborn. I do have 4C hair, but it can be manageable. So I'm going to take my water bottle and spritz away. Keep on spritzing. And I just sped this section up because I know you really don't want to see it, but it's important. So after I finish spritzing, even though I'm still going, I'm going to take my rat tail comb and we're going to start parting. So I didn't show this part, but I just went ahead and started braiding my hair because I start from the back and I didn't want to do that on camera. So the next section, the next clip that you'll see is me. Come on, clip. Okay, there we go. You'll see me exhausted again. And I just did a whole bunch of my hair, like maybe 75% of my hair. Some pieces I did burn, but some I didn't. So I still have a ways to go though. So let's get into that. Okay, so I'm going to take I'm just showing you that I used my rat tail comb to part my sections. Okay, so the hair that I used was the Bobby Boss jumbo braid hair. This one that I'm showing you is the number 4, but I also used the number 27 as well. I used the number 27 in the back of my hair, and by the time I finish, I'm going to use it in the front of my hair. I used a total of 6 packs, but I cut each pack in half, so it's really like I used 12 packs. So what I'm showing you right here is me taking the hair out of the pack, and I'm going to cut it in half. Cut. All right. I'm having a little difficulty with the rubber band. Just throw that away. I will be picking all that stuff up later. Okay, so I'm just gonna hang my new batch of hair down somewhere. What I'm showing you is that I'm just divvying up the section that I need. I go by like a feel, so I can know how much hair that I've been using. It just depends on whatever your preference is. The more hair that you use on the sections, it's going to make your overall style thicker. So what you see me do is kind of consider stretching it out, but it's more like feathering it, so I could get not so much of a blunt end. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sections, break them in half, and then loop them around as you just saw. So I'm going to take my thumb, my index finger, and my middle finger, and I'm going to put those inside, so where each section has their own little piece of hair. Now I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of slack, some flax, some shigalack for this, but I've been using some petroleum jelly on my hair. Now let me explain. I was using Herbal Grow. That's another type of grease by Softy. I think I'm saying that correctly, but I ran out of it. And I wasn't about to go to the store, y'all. My hair already looked busty right now. I'm not going to the store. So the only thing that I had left was to use petroleum jelly. Now this petroleum jelly, believe it or not, works pretty good. I'm keeping my hair slightly moisturized the duration of me having my braids in, and it's a great detangler. I'm detangling my hair fairly easy. If you don't have 4C hair, you don't understand, baby. Okay, so I'm going to take the hair that I already sectioned off, and I'm going to take my hair. Now, some people do this differently. I'm not an expert. I am not a professional at braiding hair. Actually, I didn't even get my hair tight, like you would say, or close to the scalp. This is supposed to be a protective style. I'm not trying to break off my hair. So it's whatever your preference is. This was my preference. So what I'm doing is I'm going to just take it and add it to one of my 3 sections that I have and braid my hair just like you would normally braid. See, it's kind of loose at the end. Now what you're going to see me do in a few seconds, I have to see when I get to it, is I'm taking this hair clip. I'm just going to take that hair clip and clip it onto my hair. The reason I am doing this is because when I am braiding my hair, sometimes your hair can turn and twist and pull. So what I'm trying to do is prevent that pulling from happening by putting that hair clip on the edge or the inside of my hair, as you can see right here. So now all I'm doing is I'm going to continue to braid all the way to the end. Since this is the front section, I'm braiding all the way to the end. Now, to make the asymmetrical or the bob itself, you just have to go braid by braid and braid until your liking. Now, I did have to cover my hair. So, I will say that my braids are a little bit longer than I would have actually wanted them to be. But I did have to cover my hair, meaning that I had to braid past my hair. Okay, so I think I'm almost done with this braid. I am almost done. And excuse me that my camera is to the left of me right now, and my mirror is to the right, so I'm kind of looking in the mirror and looking at the camera as well. Excuse the many faces that I make. This is a daily. I really can't help it. Okay, so what I'm doing now, and I don't believe that you can see this part, but I'm making a loop at the end of my hair. So just like a knot at the end, so it won't unravel while I'm doing the rest of my sections. Okay, now I do have a stray hair at the end, and I will be cutting that off. So don't worry, guys, I will be cutting it. I'm just checking something out. I don't know what I'm really looking at. Hey. Okay, yeah, I'm about to do that now. So I'm going to take my scissors, and then I'm going to just gently cut that section off. Cut, cut, cut. And I guess I'm getting some extra little hairs that are not laying inside of my braid as well. Now, the reason that I do not blow dry my hair and flat iron my hair and doing all the rest of that stuff, because this is still a protective style, and I want to protect my hair as much as possible, even the ends. Even though I do believe after I take my braids out, they're still in currently, I will be just getting some of those excess hairs out right now. But I will be trimming my hair really, really well, because it hasn't had a trim in a while. But I'm going to do the same thing all over again. So I'm going to just take some of that braiding hair. And remember, I'm feeling the amount. Now, you can just look at the amount or keep an extra one. Is what I used to do. Is keep an extra one on the side and measure each time that I grab some extra hair. Remember, I'm trying to feather just lightly. Doing a bit of a feather so I can make my hair a little bit longer. Splitting the hair in half and then looping it. And then remember, I'm taking my thumb, my index finger, and my middle finger and splitting the hair in between that. I got a piece that's just won't do right. Okay, so remember, I'm taking one piece of that hair, and you really have to watch the video. I don't actually know how to explain it that well, but I'm just taking one piece and putting and coupling that piece with my actual hair, and then taking the other two pieces and braiding in. And I'm going to continue to do this all the way to the end. And I got a bit of a knot, so I got a bit of a knot at the end, so I'm just trying to work that out. And it can get frustrated, but don't remember not to pull on your hair too much. And I'm still braiding. And y'all, anything that takes a long time starts to frustrate me. So I am quite frustrated at this point in time, but it's almost over. So just hang in there, Ava. Just hang in there. And my AirPods died, so I don't have them in anymore. But I'm still jamming to the music in my head. Don't judge. Okay, so I'm almost to the end. Ooh, oh, oh. Almost to the end. Come on. Okay, and remember, you're gonna make that knot again, or just tie off the end. However way you see fit. I just took one section and looped it around and made a slip knot, I think you call it. Remember, if you see any straight hairs at the end, just go ahead and snip. Be careful not to snip off your hair though. And I see some more, so I'm gonna snip some more. All right, I'll be back. Okay, now I'm back. I only have one more section to do. Now, I will say this. I am still using my petroleum jelly. You can say whatever you want about me using it. But anyway, I have started a boil. I'm boiling a pot of hot water. Now, I did not record that section because I was doing that by myself at the time. I didn't have anybody else to record it for me. So I didn't put that on camera. But there are plenty of YouTube videos that you can watch as to how to boil the ends of your hair. Okay, so I'm just going to loop around again with my hair, and remember the steps from earlier. I'm gonna loop that into my hair. I'm seeing a section that I'm going to have to cut a little bit later. And we're gonna braid away. Braid. Now, I must admit, I wanted my sections to be loose because I don't like my hair to be too tight, but it was slightly looser than I thought and I wanted it to be. But, oh well, I'm not going back over it. So I'm continuing to braid, and I think I'll be braiding almost all the way down on this section. Now, just FYI, while that pot of water is boiling, safety is always first to all my young girls, or young males, or whoever may be watching. Safety always first. I recommend that when you're doing this boil, or when you go to boil your hair, that someone is with you, just as the safety precaution and to help you. You want to boil your hair after the water is off. After the fire, if you're so using fire, make sure that it is off while you do so. Make sure that you have a big towel with you, not a small towel, a big towel with you, just in case you have an accident. You already have a towel with you. Hopefully none of that occurs. And if you can hear my background, excuse me, I do have some family members in here. Now, just continue to braid. Also, I'm going to be, what I've already done was burned my edges, all of my ends, shall I say. I burned my ends. So if you are young and inexperienced with that, make sure that someone is with you doing that as well. Always recommended. Now, this one that I'm using does have a safety feature, and my hands were hurting after using this. It was hard to do, but what you'll see me doing right here is taking the end, and then I'm going to just burn it off. I think I'm going to end up doing this 2 times, just to make sure that I get it. 1 time to singe off the excess hairs that I don't want to be on there, and then the 2nd time to actually get that end good and sealed. We want to make sure that it's sealed. Now I'm going to take a towel, and then I'm going to just roll my edge. Roll. So it can turn into like a tip. Now, as you can see, I do have some straight ends again. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut my stray ends. And you'll see me do that in a few sections. Now, all the rest of my straight ends that you may be able to see, I see them, are gonna basically be going away with 2 steps that I'll be doing. By me balling my hair, it's gonna lay down my hair. And by me adding that mousse to my hair, which you'll see a little bit later, that's gonna also lay down my hair. So what I'm doing is I'm checking out my hair, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, looking back right now, I don't love it. I do see some room for improvement, but at the end you will see that improvement that I decided to make. Okay, so I just finished balling my hair, and that is the big towel that I use. Remember, I would recommend to use a big towel. Okay, so I'm just checking it out. That hot water gave it some extra body. I didn't like the stiffness of not using the hot water. Now what I'm going to do is take my Tresemme mousse, extra hold, and my clumsy tail dropped half of the mousse. But I'm just going to add that into my entire head. My entire head. And I'm just take some more. And my hands got slippery, so I dropped the mousse. But I'm going to continue to add the rest of the mousse to my hair. Alright, I think I'm almost done with that. Okay, just clean my hands off. I'm going to get my toothbrush that I've only used for my hair. I was about to say for my teeth. No, for my hair. I bought it out of like Family Dollar or Dollar General or something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to even go into detail about people who take old brushes. Toothbrush at Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and Dollar General are like $1 people. Let's just go in and get one of those. Or else I do see that they actually have an edge brush that you can buy out of like a hair store now. But I'm just going to take my Eco Styler edge control. Well, not edge control, gel, and I'm using it as edge control, and then my toothbrush, and just try to lay my baby hairs down the way that I do it. Alright, I'm just gonna take my satin scarf and lay my hair down some more. And okay, so I actually was going to end the video right here, but I came back. It took me about 2 days to come back. I'm coming back and showing you, I just made it look a little bit more asymmetrical. I didn't like the fact that both sides look fairly even, so I'm fixing that on this clip. So as you can see, I got one side that's good and long, and then my other side, what is that? I got a long one that shouldn't be there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just clip that off and burn the end of it and make it look more asymmetrical. So right here, I'm just taking my scissors. I did use rubber bands, and I did this throughout my entire head where I felt like it wasn't as even or it could be better. I snipped and add a rubber band, and then I'm gonna just come back and use the lighter to burn the ends off. Okay. Alright, let's see. Yeah, the troublesome lighter. Oh, I didn't have too many problems that time. Okay, so we're just gonna singe or sear or whatever you want to call it that end. Thumbs up for the new background that I have. I'm not actually just using a shower curtain now. And I didn't have my towel, so I just waited till it dried enough, and then I just rolled the ends like I've been doing, and that looks a lot better to me. It looks way more asymmetrical. So I'm just checking it out. Boom, bam, bang. Ooh. And then at the end, I'll just post some pictures of me with my hair. So this is one picture that I have right here, and then I'll be showing you another one. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate you coming to visit me. Please come again. Thanks. Bye.